What a Monday Night Football game here in Jacksonville. The 2-2 Kansas City Chiefs, the 3-1 Jags, and this is the play we were just talking about with Trevor Lawrence. He tries to take it up and in. Ryan Clark, that play always works.
Hey, listen, he got to use the 6-6. He got to go up and not out, but it's a huge play by Nick Bolton here. This was a 14-point turnaround.
That's all that guy does is make gigantic plays, I think, Nick Bolton. Always in the middle of so many important moments. I asked the officials at halftime how close. He said, it's as close as it gets. I said, I think you made the right call. But then they go 97 right down the field in your eye hole.
Yeah, listen, and at this point you're saying to yourself, the old Kansas City is back. We just didn't know that it was a new Jaguars.
Well, and I asked Trevor about this. Was this intentional, using your legs? Here he climbs the pocket, and this is just the athleticism and brilliance.
Hey, listen, this is why you make a trade to get to number 2 to draft this kid, because he has athleticism that's off the charts.
Travis Hunter is a 50-50 ball. He said, no, it's not. It's 100% me. A chance to make it 14 in a row. And again, using his legs. Mahomes does that so well, and it turns out 16 can do it like 15.
Listen, who knew that Trevor Lawrence was dual threat? We saw a lot of this at Clemson. It seems like Liam Cohen is encouraging.
Chris Jones frustrated on the sideline. This was an amazing moment. Here comes Devin Lloyd. He picks it, and then tremendous job by the defense to block and provide the cover.
Listen, Devin Lloyd is a Defensive Player of the Year candidate. This is his 4th interception on the year, and unlike some people we know, he held on the ball throughout the end zone.
And he's getting hawked by Thornton, who runs a 4-3. He knew he was coming, but he managed to hold on to the football. It's 21-14. The Jags get the ball back. You play DB, but this isn't PI?
No, this isn't PI. Listen, this is incidental contact. Trevor's asking for the call. Big play by Trent McDuffie, the All-Pro.
And now 1st and goal. It doesn't take long. It's Kareem Hunt in this backfield by committee when they get down there on the goal line. A little thriller dance, and it's 21-all. Chiefs trailing by 3. Mahomes.
This is a throw and catch right here, Pat. Pat makes the throw. We see on the sideline, Hollywood Brown. He gets both feet inbounds. The play was reviewed and upheld.
And then there was a question about clock management, timeouts, the old do you let them score routine. I don't believe they let him score, but in goes Hunt. And so now you've got enough time to make a drive, but you got to make the drive.
And we also have to remember the kick goes out of bounds here as well.
Lawrence scrambled twice, which meant 3rd and 7. Then it's a long pass to Thomas, who makes a big-time grab. Now it's 1st and 10 again, new set of downs.
De'Ami Brown right here on the out. Perfect throw by Trevor Lawrence. Beats the coverage of Watson.
He made a bunch of those perfect throws. Here on 3rd and 13, you're backed up against it. They took a penalty and a delay, and you're thinking, man, you got to be clean right now. And instead, it's the Chiefs on a night, Ryan, they had 13 penalties. You never see that.
Listen, the Chiefs beat themselves. We were talking about this team executing in the big moments. They didn't right here. This is a huge pass interference call.
Jamari Connor early to get to Thomas, and now you're down there knocking on the door. And no timeouts. He's down on the ground, can't get up, finally stumbles to his feet, breaks out of tackle, and there was no way on his birthday the man was going to be denied. He's a big fella.
Yeah.
And that's just right here. You got to be thinking, oh, this is bad. Oh, this is so bad. Wait, wait. I'm going to score.
Hey, listen, that's the panic that sets in that gives you superhuman strength. And for Trevor Lawrence, there couldn't have been a better birthday gift.
Quite a dub for the home team. Patrick Mahomes on a 2-3 start for the Chiefs this year. I think that's a very candid and accurate assessment of the situation at the moment, as it always is from Patrick Mahomes. They weren't clean. They turned it over. 13 penalties. They conspire in their own demise. The pick was an amazing sort of cat and mouse game. Is that what we start with on here? Because I'd love for you to explain what it is when you the disguised pressure, or actually no, it's not pressure. I'm going to drop into coverage.
Yeah. So what they're going to see here, right? They're going to be on the back end. They're going to be in man-to-man. So what he said he checked to was we're going to get a clear out by Thornton, and we're going to get double ends by Juju and also by Travis Kelce. But who makes this play is Devin Lloyd. Now, you see Devin Lloyd here. He's lined up at the linebacker position. He's going to rush into the line. He's going to first engage with one of the linemen. Then he pops out underneath, and Patrick Mahomes never sees him. So as we watch the play develop, you're going to see everything that Patrick Mahomes wanted, he got. Juju's wide open, but Devin Lloyd popping out from the line of scrimmage, catches the football, makes a move on Patrick Mahomes, and here's the fun part. This dude ain't ran this far with people chasing him since he's been a full-grown adult. And you got a dude behind you that's running 4.2. He gets it to the end zone, doesn't drop the ball before because we're defensive players and we're smart. Now, this play is all about Trevor Lawrence. You already talked about it. There were scrambles, there were big throws, and now you're on the goal line after the pass interference. When he snaps this football and falls, I cannot imagine the panic that is in his heart and the way his stomach has fell into his butt. Now, this is what you want to see. We're going to get a huge block. That's a pancake block by the left tackle. And so when Trevor Lawrence gets up, he's going to have an opportunity to escape here and get it to the end zone. He also has to break a tackle. Now, what's funny is as we watch this play continue, he falls again. So imagine the panic of the second fall. He gets off the ground, it's the pancake block, breaks the tackle, gets it to the end zone. This is a signature drive for Trevor Lawrence and the Jacksonville Jaguars.
I'm going to get your thoughts on that in just a moment, but first let's get the thoughts of Liam Cohen, his head coach, after that play that led to victory. I mean, all that matters is do you have one more than the other team when it's over, and Jacksonville did. We heard Troy talk about it. I asked Trevor a little bit about it. I'm interested if you believe that a win like this on October the 5th, right? Yeah. I mean, January is January, February is February. But beating this team this way on this night, the way they did it, Brian, does it change the way a group looks at itself in the room?
Think about this. Think about the way a loss changed this team when we were here just 2 years ago against the Cincinnati Bengals.
Right.
When you play against the Kansas City Chiefs, you said it earlier, people use this as a litmus test to see where they are. And when Patrick Mahomes does what Patrick Mahomes does and you answer in this way, it's huge for your team.
And you think about it, the fractional nature of the National Football League. If he falls here and with no timeouts and the clock's running crazy, now you got to clock it. You've got one miracle play and it doesn't work. Jacksonville's left to think, we got to the 1-inch line and got the ball knocked away. We got to the 1-yard line and didn't score. And so everything looks different. That's whether this game changes them or not, they won this game, and the manner in which they did means they don't have to examine the way they would have had they lost it. Well, that makes sense?
Well, what it allows you to do is examine it in a win, right? So,
exactly.
So it's a different way to look at it. Like, we still won this game, but look how much better we can be.
Right, and you got stuff you got to clean up. That's the happy side of this. The Chiefs, look, when they look good, they look like the wrecking ball that they've been for a decade. But they are 2-3.
Yeah.
And you look at their schedule, and it feels like every game, whether it's us or NBC or Fox or CBS or Amazon Prime or Netflix or any other place that televises football, they're the game everyone wants to get. And they're in the game against the Lions and in their game against Buffalo. What do you see when you see them now?
You see an incomplete team with extremely good individual players. Travis Kelce had a good game tonight, but he's no longer the Travis Kelce of old. We don't see the same things from Chris Jones. The back end has new players where communication is slightly off, but Nick Bolton still makes plays. This is still a scary team, but this isn't that team that we can just count on week in and week out to win.